Hey Wildcats, I'm Mrs. Reynoso, one of the counselors at West Ranch, and I'm here to talk to you today about Naviance. So we're going to jump right on in, and I'm going to remind you how to log on because we are going to give you your Naviance assignment for this year. So if you remember, we start right here by going to West Ranch's homepage, westranchhighschool.com, and then you're going to hover right over counseling. That's going to give you a drop-down menu. That drop-down menu, you're going to come right down to Naviance. And as a reminder, this is going to bring you to that Naviance website page, I suppose. This is going to give you all the things you need to know about Naviance. So if we remember way back in ninth grade, we completed the cluster finder in the fall and then your 4-year plan in the spring. So hopefully you took care of that. If you didn't, you can still go back and do that, or if you're a new student and you want to go back and do that, it's a great opportunity. You can access all of the different lesson links and videos on how to complete it right here. So don't want you to feel like you're behind in any way, shape, or form. So last year we completed that cluster finder. So if you remember, that was where we picked what our likes and our dislikes were, and we got results that showed us kind of a general field and area we might be interested in pursuing and looking at different careers. This year we're going to kind of get into a little bit more detail because you have more education under your belt, you're a little bit more mature, and so we want to try to narrow those clusters down a little bit more. So we're going to do that by doing the Career Interest Profiler. So go right on up here and you click on Naviance Logon. You're going to see right away things look a little different. Naviance got a little bit of a facelift. It's okay. It's also the same great information. We just jump right on in. So remember, your username is your 8-digit student ID number and your password is your 6-digit birth date. Now, if you changed that for any reason, don't worry. You can always go ahead and put forgot my password and it will go ahead and reset that password for you with your school email address. Okay, always going to be the same login though with your 8-digit student ID number. So go ahead and log in now. I'm going to do that as well. And we will get started. So I don't want it to save. There we go. So this is going to bring you to your Naviance main page. So just like last year, we still have these little tabs up top, but it's a little bit more straightforward. This is still going to give you the same great information about college rep visits and all kinds of college search information and everything like that. Feel free to explore. You are not limited to just doing the assignments when we tell you. This is a resource for you to access and play with, and we encourage you to go and use it at will because we want you to really maximize all the different benefits. So what we're going to do today is you're going to go ahead and click on About Me right here at the top. And then you're going to see a little tab down here for My Assessments. Go ahead and click on that, and you're going to see today's assignment, which is Career Interest Profiler. Click on that. This is going to bring you to the beginning of the assessment. So this assessment is going to help you discover different types of work activities and careers that might match what you actually like to do. So it's going to ask you approximately 180 questions about different work activities that people do in their jobs. And so some of these work activities might seem a little odd to you because maybe you don't have the training to complete them. So you might say, well, I don't know if I like it. That's okay. Imagine if you were trained to do something, if you would like it or dislike. So there's only 3 choices under each one of these activities: like, dislike, or unsure. So just be honest. There is no wrong answer in this at all. We just want you to accurately decide if you like something or dislike it. Now, it's reasonable that you might be unsure about a few things here and there. That's okay. Try not to answer, though, unsure on too many of the questions because it kind of freaks out the program a little bit, and you might get to the end and say, we don't know what you might be good at. So all that means is you did unsure a little too much. So try to make a decision of like or dislike, and you'll be able to have a great results page. So go ahead and click Start. And first examples, I'll go ahead and walk you through it. So do you like to maintain the grounds of a park? Me, not so much. Pretty sure about that one. Do I like to operate machines on a production line? No. But this one sounds kind of interesting. Do I like to develop a better way to predict the weather? Well, I'm not trained in it. I majored in English, but if I was trained, that might sound pretty good. So you're just going to continue on through and answer all the questions, and you'll see it goes all the way down, and you'll hit Next. Eventually, you'll get to the end, and you will get to your results page. So if you take a look at your results page, it's going to break it down to the different types of interests you have. So mine came up with investigative, social, artistic, enterprising, conventional, and realistic. This is what I love though. Go ahead and you'll read the descriptions in each, but go ahead and push view matching careers. So the first ones that pop up do not determine which ones are the best match. The best matches are actually the ones with the little check mark, a purple check mark next to it. But this is going to be broken down based on the amount of preparation. In other words, how much school you need to go through in order to do it. Do you plan on going to college? Do you plan on going to community college or trade school and so on? Or do you plan on going straight through to get your Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, or maybe even on to graduate school? So this is going to show you medium preparation, considerable preparation, and show you all the different areas and say extensive preparation. Well, this looks kind of interesting to me. Well, school psychologist, I thought about that. I'm going to mark it as my favorite because it looks kind of cool. But I can hover over it. This is what I like. I can hover over it, school psychologist, and it's going to give me the breakdown of the actual job. It's going to show me knowledge and skills that I need in order to be successful in that job, tasks and activities. So what kind of things would I actually do? So it's one thing to have an idea of that job sounds cool. It's a whole other thing to actually understand what it is you're doing in that job. And here's one of my favorites, the wages. So this gives you kind of a ballpark idea on how much you would make in that particular field, broken down by state even. So it's kind of a great resource to take a look at. So what we want you to do is to go through. I want you to add at least a few favorites. We want you to narrow it down of things you might want to take a look at. So I want you to add at least 5 different careers that look interesting to you, and you go ahead and mark those with favorites. If the favorite doesn't show up, it might be because you're using Safari. Safari doesn't always work the best with that. You can also make sure that you use the Chrome or the Firefox. Seems to be okay with the favorite there. So take your time, go ahead and explore, take a look. You can always go back in. This will save all of your results, and have a good time. Thanks. Bye.